We are so focused at Christmas of giving to the people that we love that sometimes we forget to give to the people that actually need it. And since I became a single mum and went through a pretty big ordeal, I realised how important it is to try and give back where you can. I also understand that with today's world and the cost of living, it is much difficult to give back to those that need it when we are in need ourselves. So in today's video, I wanted to go through a few different ideas that you could do to give back to other people that's either going to cost you a very small amount or nothing at all, but you still feel like you are giving back to those that are in need. And I feel that the most important thing is to all try and help each other where we can, especially at this time of year. Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one, and on this channel I talk everything budgeting, saving, frugal living, and right now everything to do with Christmas. So if you like that kind of thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Before I start, I'm going to give you a very small backstory while I feel it's very important to give back to others whenever you can. So when I became a single mum, I was actually 6 months pregnant, and my ex-husband decided he didn't want to be married to me anymore, and I had to leave the family home. I moved back home with my mum and I had nothing. I literally had nothing for my son. I had no money because I had to close my business down 4 weeks later because I couldn't raise a baby by myself and run a dance school all on my own, as well as go through a breakup and heading towards a court battle. So therefore I closed my business down, I moved back home, and I was 6 months pregnant with no money and nothing to my name. Therefore, I had to sell everything I had so that I could buy the essential stuff that my son needed when he arrived. Now, I had a very good family, and at that time I had a few friends that did rally round me, and they gave me a lot of baby stuff that they no longer needed or no longer wanted. The hardest part for me was that my nephew, who was still born in 2015, my brother and his wife actually gave me some clothes that they had for him. That one hurt, and that one was pretty hard to take, but I had no choice to do it. And ever since then, I have made it my mission to help others where I can. And one of the reasons I want to do this channel is to help other people, even if it is just giving you some budgeting advice, some frugal living tips or tricks, or things that I have learned on my way. Now, like I said in the intro, I understand that it can be a bit difficult with this time of year, especially with the cost of living and everyone is struggling. So if you want to give back, here are some ideas that you can do that, which is going to cost you very little or anything at all, but you are still giving back to those that need it. So let's get into it. The first one is to volunteer your time. So this could be volunteering your time at a local homeless shelter to give out meals or just to chat to someone. You could also volunteer your time at a local food bank by separating food and putting it in different bags to give to those that need it. You could even volunteer your time by delivering those items from the food bank to those people that are unable to get out of the house. So volunteering your time in some way is not going to cost you any money, but it's just going to cost you a little bit of time, and it will really warm your heart by doing it. The next one is, if you are good at doing anything in particular, then maybe you could use your skills to help others. So if you are good at baking cakes or quiches or pies or anything like that for Christmas, maybe you could make some at home and you could go and donate it somewhere, maybe to a homeless shelter, so they can enjoy your delicious bakes. Or maybe you're really good at knitting. It's something you do in your spare time, something that maybe helps you wind down for the evening and escape from the world for a bit. Maybe you could knit some scarves and donate them to a charity shop, to a homeless shelter, or anywhere that would take those kind of donations. If you are good at repairing things and good at doing odd jobs around the house, maybe you can go and help people with things they need fixing, such as single parents or elderly people that are no longer able to do it. If you know someone that needs a few jobs done around the house before Christmas, maybe you can volunteer your time and go and help out. Number 3 is donating unused items. This could be children's toys, it can be clothes, it can be kitchen stuff that you no longer need. You could donate that to a charity shop, or there are lots of groups on Facebook now where everything is free in your particular area. Maybe you can put it on there and it's free to anybody who wants to go and collect it, or if you wanted to, you could deliver it for free if that's something that you want to do. Not only does this not cost you any money, but it also helps other people, as well as get unused items out of your house and make your house a bit less cluttered, but helping other people that need those particular items. Number 4 is helping out your neighbours. Do you have elderly neighbours, or do you have a person that may be struggling in your neighbourhood, in your local area, that could do with a little bit of help? Maybe this is just running some errands. Maybe this is going to deliver their Christmas cards for them. Maybe it's going to do a little bit of shopping for them. If you're going shopping anyway, just go and knock on the door and ask if there's anything that they particularly need that you could pick up in your weekly shopping. Or maybe you've got somebody at Christmas that is going to be completely by themselves. Maybe you could give them a Christmas dinner if you are making one, invite them round if you wanted to. Or if you are baking goods for a homeless shelter, maybe you could bake extra and go and give them some baked goods that they can have if they are on their own this Christmas. Number 5 is giving the gift of listening. This time of year is a big struggle for a lot of people. I know that I am personally struggling at the moment as well. And sometimes all you need is that one person that is just going to listen. They're not going to give you advice. They're not going to tell you what to do or what you should and shouldn't be doing. You're just going to sit there and listen and let them talk and let them unload whatever problems they may be having on you. If you can handle it. If you can't handle it, then don't do it. You need to be in a good place where you can handle it yourself. But if you are good at just going around somewhere, making a cup of tea, just sitting down and listening to someone, it's going to really help them because they're going to get it off of their chest. They're going to feel a lot lighter, and just make sure that you are able to handle it, or maybe you've got someone else that you can go and talk to as well. If you are not in a good place yourself, then maybe this isn't a good idea for you. Number 6 is doing some babysitting free of charge. So this time of year, a lot of parents need to go out for their work events, or they've got some other Christmas event where children are not allowed to go to, but maybe only one of them has to go because the other one needs to stay at home because they can't afford a babysitter. So maybe offering to babysit your friends or your relative's child so they can go out and enjoy themselves at Christmas is really going to help them out, and you're not going to be paid for it. It's something that you are donating your time to, but they are really going to appreciate that downtime that they need. Number 7 is to donate to charity with giving a few pounds here and there. So you may see around places at the moment, there's a lot more charities around with buckets trying to get a little bit of money to help the charity. So if you have a little bit of spare change in your pocket, just add a few pounds or a few pence into a bucket. If you don't see anybody, usually when you go to the shops, there'll be a charity box on the side of the till. Just put a few pence or a pound or two in there to help other people out. It might not feel a lot, but to that charity, that is going to help a long way. Number 8, if you can, is to sponsor a meal or a gift. So you see a lot of things around, I know that I have over the past few weeks, where you can actually pay for someone to have a meal. I know in Dunelm there's a Christmas tree in there with lots of Christmas gifts that other children that are less fortunate would like, and you can go in there and take that label, go and buy the gift from Dunelm, pay for it at the till take it and they donate it to this specific charity. There's many out there. I don't know if your local area does anything like that. Do let me know if they do. But if you can afford it, if it is in your budget and you're able to give back, and that is one thing that you could possibly do. Another thing you could do along the same lines is to donate money to the food bank. So this is something my son and I do every single year because this one's important, because I have been in this situation. And what we do, we go to Asda, we have £20 and we put all the Asda essentials that we can, that's going to be £20 worth. Once we finish, then on the way out, there's usually a trolley which is donated to the food bank, and we just unload everything from one trolley to another trolley, and it helps out the local food bank. Now, I would go and donate it to our food bank ourselves, but my son wants to come with me, and unfortunately they're only open during school time. So therefore we donate it to the food bank trolley in Asda, and I know that way they're still going to get it. Number 9 is to buy a hot drink for someone. So if you see a homeless person on the street, especially in this very cold weather, and you're popping into Costa or Greggs or Starbucks or something like that to buy yourself a nice cup of tea, maybe just buy them a cup of tea as well and give it them on the way out, or a hot chocolate, or you could even just buy them a sausage roll or a biscuit or something. They are really going to appreciate it. If you didn't want to do something like that, then when you go through a drive-through for McDonald's, or you go for a drive-through from Costa or Starbucks, just ask if you can pay for the person's drinks behind you, and then therefore you are giving a hot drink to a random person, and it's just a random act of kindness. Number 10 is to create a care package for someone by adding in essential things such as socks, gloves, maybe some little hand warmers, some toiletries, and maybe even some snacks. And you could donate that to somebody that is less fortunate, that maybe they are on their own and they don't have much money. Or maybe you could give it to a homeless person to get them through the winter. I know it won't go far, but it will really help, and I'm sure they would really appreciate it. Number 11, very, very simple, buy charity Christmas cards. So rather than just go and buy some normal basic Christmas cards from the shop, go and buy some charity Christmas cards where that money is going to go back into the charity. And sometimes these charity cards are really, really pretty as well. And finally, number 12 is to do random acts of kindness and spread kindness where you can. Yes, it may not be for everybody that is in need, but you don't know who is dealing with what at this time of year. This could be someone's first Christmas after someone passed away this year. They could be struggling financially. They could have had a very difficult year. So by spreading kindness is really going to lift their spirits. This could be as simply as complimenting someone in the street just randomly. It could be something as simple as giving someone a note with a lovely quote on there. It could be paying for someone's coffee. It could be buying someone a sandwich. But spreading kindness any time of the year, especially at Christmas, is going to lift the spirits of somebody and really boost their day. So if you want to give back at Christmas this year, but you are struggling as well, then these are things that you can do, which is not going to cost you very much or anything at all, but it's really going to help those that are in need. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you found value from it, then share it with somebody else. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.